Hey, what's up everybody? Will Mosby here, back with yet another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to install rafters. Let's go. Alright, so as you can see above me, I already have the rafters installed and the roof is on. So it's been some time since I actually shot the beginning part of this video, but let's just go ahead and go through and give you some context. For one, it is ridiculously hot inside the tiny house. It's got to be like 92 outside and this thing is just baking right now. So if you see me kind of glistening, it's because I'm sweating to death in here. All right. So anyway, we got all the rafters installed, but I wanted to go through and talk about just like what hangers I used in the process that I use to put these things in. Okay, let's flip around. All right, so basically there are two different types of Simpson strong ties that I used to tie the rafters to the top plate. And let's just talk about that for just a second. As you can see there, I have a single top plate, and due to my framing convention that I used, I'm 24 inches on center. The rafters had to come in exactly 24 inches on center as well. That gave me the ability to go with a single top plate. So now back to where we were. With that said, there are basically two types of Simpson strong tie hangers. You can see them both right there. I've got one H-style clamp right there and this little U shape right here, or diamond shaped Simpson tie. Both are acceptable. And then down here, because of the framing, I had every king stud at the base had to have another Simpson strong tie. So you can see every king stud that runs from the floor to the ceiling has one of those H-style clamps right there, or H-style Simpson strong tie. So we have those everywhere where we have a stud that runs unobstructed all the way up, and then it'll meet this guy. All right, so now we're going to back up in time just a few weeks back when it was quite a bit cooler, when I was out here and no roof was on, anything like that, and I'm actually hanging the rafters. So we're going to pick up where I left off right there, and then we'll meet you at the end. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm up here hanging rafters, and I have hung several of them, got them up here, so I have a feeling I kind of know my process here, so I wanted to share that with you. I'm using these Simpson strong ties on this side, and I was going with a different style over there, which is an H style, and come to find out I couldn't tie into the board and the vertical beam that's going down. It sits off just a little bit, and I needed to have the rafter line up with the stud that's going down, the vertical stud going down. That has to line up due to my code. So I had to go with this style of rafter strong tie, which is working just fine and pretty easy to install. 10 nails per tie, so it's a lot of hammering. The other thing that I'm doing, the bird's mouth that I cut out over here on this side sits perfect, and over there the wall was kind of pushed out just a little bit, so I was about, just a little ways off right there. So what I decided to do was get some straps and actually just tie the two together and bring that wall into that little notch that is cut out, and it's equal all the way down. And I checked it, and I'm vertical, so I'm plumb. I've already checked the wall that it was plumb anyway to begin with, but it was kind of up here at the top. It was kind of pushed out just a little bit, so I used those straps, brought the top part of the wall in, and that got it real nice and tight, so we're good. So let's go ahead and continue nailing this one off. right, so I'm working on the last two rafters, which is each end. And this was a little bit of a special rafter. It's not like the rest because it butts right up against the top plate that's going down. All right, so what you do is you put the rafter in place up against this side on the inside, and then I'll climb up over the top and I will transcribe a line. So I'll just draw a line right across the top, and then we'll take this down and we'll put it on the table, and we'll just rip this little edge off. But I'll mark it on the end right there where it comes in contact with the top plate. I'll mark it on the end where it comes in contact with the top plate down here on the back side. And we'll just rip off this little section, and then it'll sit absolutely flush. Frush? The hell's a frush? It'll sit flush across the top of this top plate, and then we'll go do the other one. All right, so there you have it. Hopefully you found this video helpful. This really isn't tough to hang the rafters. You know, it's just time consuming. Yeah, you're up and down the ladder. I had a couple of ladders to assist me in that, but it's just a lot of climbing around. Not dangerous at all and not hard. Just a lot of hammering. You got, 10 nails per tie that you had to hammer in, so a lot of hammering. Good forearm workout. But hopefully you found this helpful. You're able to go out and hang rafters on your tiny house or shed or house or whatever it is that you're trying to build. All right, we'll see you in the next video.